Breathe in unison. Christian life. Sharing our present, sharing our future. One remembers, one forgets. One recalls it differently. Sharing our past. Stories from before we even knew each other. Sharing a history. Belonging to a family, belonging to friends. Don't forget the meeting tomorrow. We need volunteers. Can you fill in on Saturday? We want to study, we want to learn new skills, but that's scary. We are here with support, breathe together. Congratulations, we are here to celebrate. Condolences, we are here to help. Sharing mixed blessings, but always feeling blessed. Stories filled with retelling and retelling. Sharing the heritage from before there was a history. Belonging to our community. Belonging to all Jewish community. And it's tonight with this joyful noise that we share with many other communities the Shabbat experience. On page 146 we have Psalm 95. Come, let us sing to Adonai, let us shout praises to our powerful Savior. Let us approach Adonai with thanksgiving. Let us sing out of the sounds of gratitude.
For Adonai is my God, who will over all those long gods. From the deepest valley to the highest mountain, all that exists is in your hands.
The sea is yours, and you created it, and your own hands fashioned dry land. Come, let us be humble in your presence as we worship you, Adonai, our Creator.
For you, Adonai, you are our God, and we are a people like your flock. We are the sheep tended by your hands, and today we need to heed your voice.
Do not become obstinate, do not try by patience as your ancestors did at Massah in the desert directly after experiencing all my miracles.
I decided they were a rebellious people, a people who do not understand my ways. So they wandered in the desert for 40 years, while I waited that generation to pass, one that would not transgress the ways.
Arbaim shana kutnul omar, koyle batem, ve'elud rachai, Hashem nishmati ve'avim yevon el-menuchati.
For Psalm 96, we have a modern version with the prayer version in our handouts that we can read together in English. Sing to the Lord, and all the earth sings a new song, day after day. Chant his name, bless his heart. Drum and tambourine and voice, breathe their mysteries, and a new song from the glass. Flattens the cruel stones of ancient gods, flashes like lightning among the heavens, like the Lord face. His glory sparkles in love among the nations. Her wondrous deeds heal the people. Bow to the Lord, and the trees of the forest shout for joy. The sea and all within it thank. Sing to the Lord a new song. Her way is lead. We'll see the new justice. We'll celebrate a new harvest. At the bottom of the page 147.
Yish mechosha mai v'tagila'aretz yamanahu lo, Yisrael v'chashermo, Azirnu tvatzei yad, Lifnei Adonai ki balishpot ha'aretz, Yishpot tevel b'tzedek ve'amim ve'emunato.
And now we turn to page 151 for Psalm 29. And I know that you are eager to hear the joyful noise rather than me over that. So that's going to be from Lachanavi on the next page. But in the meanwhile, on page 39, we can sing together now in Hebrew.
Mishmor le'David, Avul Adonai be'elim, Avul Adonai kavod ha'os, Avul Adonai kevod shemo, Nishtat Avul Adonai
52, we have Lecha Levi. What? Say what? Oh, no, you want to repeat that? I can't do that. Okay. I have no problem about that. Okay, so on page 150, I'm sorry about that, for creating wrong expectations. Sorry, you're stuck with me. Okay, on page 152 we have Lecha Levi. Remember that we're going to do the first two stanzas, then we're going to turn the page, and we're going to do the last two stanzas on page 153. And for those of you who are visiting tonight, remember that before doing the last stanza, we will turn around and we will welcome Shabbat, who will come through the door. On page 152, we have Lecha Levi. Okay, I see your hand. That scares me. You're not doing anything, right? Hey, I have been married for 27 years with a keyboard player, so what else with his hand there? Sorry, it's my training. Okay, on page 152. On page 154, a song for the Shabbat day. It's good to give thanks to the night, to sing to your name most high. For your deeds of the night, make me happy. I will rejoice in the works of your hands. How great are your deeds of the night, how profound your expectations.
A fool cannot understand this, and though the wicked flourish like grass, and the wrong is lost, they will be destroyed forever.
But you, O night, you will always be exalted. Behold, all your enemies of the night, all your enemies have perished, all the evildoers have been scattered.
But you crown my efforts with victory, you anoint me with fresh oil. I have seen the downfall of my enemies, I have heard the doom of the evildoers have come unto that.
The righteous will flower like the palms, they will grow mighty like cedars in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they will flower in the courtyards of our God.
They will still bear fruit in old age,
your thumbs. Those who are observing the Shiva, those who have heard signs, or who are observing a group, to stand. Ganesh, if you mind to say the names.
My sister, Harry.
Thank you very much.
My girlfriend Susan and her sister Pauline.
Thank you.
My aunt Molly Simon.
Father Mike Conley.
Thank you.
Okay, Mother Martin Newman.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. We're on page 156. Gitara, Vikara, Shemara, Virama, Dimara, Hirte, Yamir, Hakute, Hayakon, Yamachon, Yinachon, with Israel, Bagala, Usman, Ruamen, Yehesh, Mera, Barakala, Rodeanaya, Vikara, Vitara, Vitara, Vitama, Vitase, Vitara, Vitale, Vitala, Shmerikucha, Riru. Lehela, Mingol, Birkata, Shirata, Tushahata, Lepimata, Namina, Bealma, Ruamen, Yehesh, Lama, Mishmaya, Haimale, Ruamen, Ose Shalom, Mikromav, Uya, Shalom, Amen, You may be seated. Good Shabbos, everybody. So I hope you're enjoying yourself, because so far they sang only one song. I have been doing the best. That's a fact. The parsha that we're going to be reading tomorrow morning is one of those combined parshas that it's called Acharei Mot Kedoshim. And it's two parts. The first part talks about sanctuary, the ritual, the priest. And remember that last week we were talking about how Nadav and Abihu passed away. They were killed in the middle of the offering of the sacrifice. And there was no explanation for that. So that's one of those big questions that we have in the commentaries. The second part of the parsha for tomorrow talks about the need in social life for ethics and justice. And what's very interesting in all this is that to go for part 1, to go to part 2, we have to go through the death of Nadav and Abihu, which is kind of creating, that sudden death creates kind of a new frame for the community, and the community has to react to that. So it's very interesting that we're moving from ritual life into social justice through the death, through the sudden death of someone. What I interpret that, yes, ritual, the focus on ritual is very important, but the values that we express through ritual have to be expressed also in everyday life. The text opens, and this in the past 10 years in my profession has become kind of a challenge. How many sermons can I do only based on the first sermon, the first verse of the parsha? So, if you open when we will be reading the first verse tomorrow morning, we will read "Vayadaber Adonai el Moshe acharei mot shnei bnei Aaron bekorbatam lifnei Adonai yamutu." The Lord spoke to Moses after the death of the two sons of Aaron, who died when they drew too close to the presence of the Lord. They drew too close. They came too close. For me, that's a key term there. And it's also acharei mot, after the death. Is there poetry after the loss of someone that we have loved? Is there a possibility for life? I remember someone telling me after losing someone who was a dear person to her, that she was sad because the next morning the sun would rise again, and like feet were not accompanying her grief, her loss. So after the death, can you understand the feeling of Aaron, the dad who had some loss, to children. It's interesting that in English, we have a term for when you lose your husband. You have a term for when we lose our parents. But there is no term to express the sorrow when you lose a child. Because there is no way to express that. So, after the death, there is a call to come back to life. And this is what we say at the end of the service, funeral service. And now you go back to life. There is no way to come back to naivete when we have been touched by death. There is no go back to the old life. Death changes us. Death stops being an abstract idea and becomes a reality in our lives. And we are all touched by that. But we have to wake up the next morning, because the next morning the sun will raise and the alarm will go off. So Aaron has to continue. And after that, we know what he's instructed, how to do Yom Kippur services. After the death of his son, he's instructed on how to do Yom Kippur services. And again, I want to say that they did not die. In my interpretation, they did not die because they were doing an idolatric thing. They died because they wanted to be too close to the divine. And in that zeal and that zeal, be that they died. So there is another link to Yom Kippur in this parsha, which is Yizkor. Yizkor is a moment when we, during Yom Kippur, we remember those who passed away. And what's Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur? Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur is a time that we spend thinking about what we have accomplished during the last year and what remains in our to-do list for the coming years. Right? You all know this. So, also, on Yom Kippur, we have Yizkor. And Yizkor, I'm going to say, it's not so much honoring the memory of those who passed away. Yeah. For that, we have the Yortzeit. The Yortzeit is when we really honor the memory of that person. But for me, the way I read Yizkor, for me, it's a time when I put the focus on the things that were left from that person. What I wanted to tell that person. What I needed from that person that had no closure. Maybe there was a last conversation that I wanted to have with my grandfather when he passed away. Maybe there was a last hug that I needed from him. Or maybe there was a last hug that I wanted to give my grandmother when she passed away. So it's a time, for me, it's a time when we're confronted with that. Think about this. What our children will think of us when they say Kaddish for us. What are going to be those open accounts that need to be closed. So Yom Kippur and Yizkor especially, it's not much about remembering in a passive way, but it's a call for action. It's a call for us to remember who is not longer here, but who is still left, and we can act on that. Yizkor is not about remembering those who passed away, but the ones who are here, for those who still can do and have to do something. So, Acharemot Kedoshim, we need both sections. We need the ritual and we need the ethics. But we cannot understand the ethics and justice. But we need to, without understanding first the first part. Because only awareness of our mortality can give us a sense for life. So thank you very much. And now, as promised, We are on page 157 for the evening service of our Holy. So please stand, and I will do that, right? I was pulling your leg. Go ahead.
Briefly, the Joyful Noise composition was written as a result. In 1970, Debbie Friedman, I know you've all heard of Debbie Friedman, the Jewish singer-composer, had a revolution in Jewish music. Jewish music before that was all organ music, very classical. And she had the idea to do an album, a record album of folk music, which was the music of the time. It was very popular and it revolutionized not just Jewish music, but Jewish service. Women more and more became members of the rabbinate and became cantors, and so it's quite a revolution. I was fortunate enough to be in Willingboro when Debbie Friedman was my music teacher, and we composed together, we sang together, and I toured with her on her album, Singing to God, and it was very, very exciting. Over the years, though, Jewish music remained basically guitar-oriented music, and I thought, oh gee, there's so much more that we can do with Jewish music. The prayers are so beautiful, it really doesn't matter what kind of music we put it to. So I had the idea to do a composition of all different kinds of music, a music for each genre set to the prayer. And at the beginning of the service, the songs are meant to be soft and then build up as we go along. So this first prayer, the call to prayer, is dedicated to Debbie Friedman, and it is in her style. And the Baruch tonight I have a very special honor because for the first time I have the joy of singing this with my son, Adam. So this is a Lador for Dor moment for me.
Forever. We bless you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe. You give the word and evening arrives. You open the gates of heaven and provide us.
You have established all the cycles wisely.
Days and nights, seasons and constellations, are resting in the heavens in accordance with your will. You create day and night, calling away light to make way for darkness, but only the darkness to create way for light. And now you are removing light and creating darkness, and you are separating between day and night. You are Adonai's soul, ruling of the heavenly bodies. You are living God, and you are God. You will rule over us and all creation forever and ever. Blessed be your name, great and O Maria, Mary Laila, O Machdir ben Laila, Adonai tzavot shemo, El Chai v'kayam t'mitim l'chalem v'lam ba'e, Baruch atah Adonai, Amalek ha'yameh. And now we turn to page 158 for the second blessing, the blessing of love. That we will sing together in Hebrew with me. Olam Beit Israel, Torah mitzvot u'mishpatim, otaru limadeta. And on page 159 we have the Shema, and that's going to be theirs, together with the Alpha.
The Shema, as I was coming up with the kind of music to write for the prayer of the Shema, I noted that throughout history and generally in traditional congregations, the Shema is always sung without accompaniment, and so I wanted to do something a cappella for the Shema, and with the help of these incredible singers, we're going to present the Shemar Urshah duo. Shema, Shema, Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Baruch Shem, Kivod Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam, Leolam Vaed, Leolam, Leolam, Leolam Vaed, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, God is one. Shema, 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 God is one. And God's name is one. And God's name is one. Shema, 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 in God's glorious kingdom is forever, 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 forever and ever and ever. and you will love. Taking the music from the late 60s and early 70s of Crosby, Stills and Nash, and Christy Minstrels, those great folk singing groups, and with the CPTVI choir, this really sounds terrific. So I'm so glad that they were able to join me on this.
Hear, O Israel, hear, O humans, our family, develop in every sector needed power, with every extension of your body. Give thanks for our mouths filled with salt, water filled with sea, to the comprehensive, and our tongues abounding with praise like mighty waves. Live your lifetimes as thanks for their miracles, like every mighty country, every eyelash and fingernail, every cell sing with praise and adoration of the one. We could not possibly thank you sufficiently to answer our requests for all the wonders, this life, which you have given unconditionally, as you gave your love to us. With all your holiness, with revelations and exaltation, with awe and wonder every sacred, give gratitude, glory and love to eternal, for this greatest gift of the seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years. And do not let a single one go by unheeded and uncelebrated. At the bottom of page 161, Lemon is still, we are still, five temperature, Hashem, set it and let me try to let it free. And the night, and you extract the people of Israel from there, bringing them to eternal freedom. You let your children be treated by thy fathers, and send the pursuers of enemies to the depths of the sea. When your children saw this display of your power, they sang praises to your living name, and they willingly accepted you as their Lord. Moses and Miriam and the children of Israel were singing songs of praise and joy to you. And shout out all together, who is like you? Who is like you, majestic covenants, your awesome doings, amazing deeds. And now, page 162.
The Michal Loka, again, talking about awesome and amazing things. The kind of music that I wanted for it would be inspirational kind of music. And I thought about the great piano ballads of, especially of the 70s when I was growing up. The piano ballad was a staple of the radio at that time. And although I was aiming for Billy Joel, people tell me I sort of got Barry Manilow. But nevertheless, the Michal Mocha.
At the end of each day, may we remember to look back and appreciate instances we've taken the difficult task and made progress, occasions we were patient with ourselves, and those where we have patience for others, times of wondering steadfast generosity. With ecstatic interactions with the good we have hoped, seeking avenues to personal closeness or proper solution, determining to make amends where we cause hurt or offense, to put to bed fears of the day, so as to sleep peacefully, knowing the day was well spent, hoping for additional opportunities to reach closer to a person we would like to be. May we awaken refreshed and with a sense of possibility and work. May we see that every challenge offers a chance to reach out to accomplish each another opportunity to spend the day well. May we never give up hope, never abandon the search for the strength to overcome, never become immune to the miracles of all and large that make life one. And now on page 165, we have the chamber, please stand. On page 165 for the chamber.
The Schorr tells a wonderful story of the Jews, of Moses receiving the Ten Commandments. And so what kind of music I thought would best tell a story. And of course trying to craft a musical composition that would include music of all genres, including music of today. I felt that hip-hop sounded like just the right thing for the Schorr. We tell a story with the help of the choir. Last time we were here, if you remember, during the concert, we even had dancing girls. So if you feel like dancing, please join us.
people.
וכידקות בית ישראל. כגלה בזמן קוברים אמרו אמן. ישמר
And on page 179, we have Elena, please stand. 179.
For the Elenu, we took the lyrics, the prayer, transliteration and translation literally. The Elenu is the praise of God, to praise God. And in picking music, I said, well, if we're going to praise the Lord, let's praise the Lord. Adore the ever-living God and render praise unto Him who spread out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. He is
Just as a quick reminder, remember that tomorrow morning we have services at 10 a.m. I'm going to need minion. Please come if you are free. The service runs from 10:30 to, no, from 10:45 to 11:30, so I need work bodies. Also remember that on Sunday we're going to have two very important and interesting programs happening at the same time. I'm sorry that this is the way things are. Both of them are going to have outside the speakers, and both of them are very engaging. Both of them are going to be running from 10 to noon. The first that I have here is organ donation program downstairs. It's important, I mean, because it's a mitzvah to give life, and it's a mitzvah, pikuach nefesh. And also, talking about pikuach nefesh, it's very important congregation security update. We're going to have police coming and the FBI coming. They're going to update us on our security status and things that we can do as a congregation to make sure that this is a safe and secure place for us and for our children. Also remember that on Sunday, May 7th, it's going to be the it's going to be the deadline for the dinner that we're going to have at the end of the year. And then on Thursday, May 11th, we're going to have a boot club at the chapter at 7:30. On Friday, many things are going to be coming. We're going to have combined Shabbat first grade family services at 6 p.m. followed by adult services at 7 p.m. On Saturday, May 13th, we're going to have contemporary service at 10 p.m. And then on Sunday, we're going to have Mother's Day breakfast provided by the men's club at 10. On Wednesday 17th, we're going to have the Mosaic class at 6:45. And on Wednesday, we're going to have also the same time at 8 p.m. So later on, we're going to have the Jack's meeting. And on Thursday 18th, if you still have a liver left from our religious program, you can eat as much as you can at Randazzo's fundraiser all day long. Madam?
We've extended the deadline for the dinner RSVP to May 18th.
Talk to the man next to you in your left. Talk to the man, talk at your left. He is the boss.
No, he is not that.
Steve, Donna, I'm going to see you in my office for couples counsel. Sorry about that. Thank you very much. So again, correction, the deadline is going to be extended to May.
I think it's a Friday, May 19th.
She's not sure, but May 19th. Okay, good. Again, she's not sure, but it's going to be May 19th. So thank you very much. And remember, I offer couples counseling, so you can come to my office after services. So say that, let's conclude our service with Father Nolan on page 112. We don't have the line. Oh, you do the oh, wonderful. Thank you. We have the bottle. So what? Okay, pretend. So go ahead and sing. Okay, before we're going to forget, as usual, please refer to your handouts, the green box on top of the handouts. We have the cantic of the Omer that I normally forget until the end of the service. So, where is she? Rose, you fell into the... I'm sorry. Oh, one second. On top of the handout, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu ad sfirat ha'omer. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has sanctified us with your commandments and commanded us concerning the counting of the Omer. Today is the 25th day, which is 3 weeks and 4 days of the Omer. Thank you very much. And this is still not arrived. Okay, do we have any talk to do about the Kiddush?
Oh, we can talk now.
Okay, good. Thank you very much.
So in coming up with what kind of music I should compose for the Kiddush, I kept in mind that at its very heart, Kiddush is, after all, a drinking song, right? So we've got some saloon jazz for you tonight with this great jazz band.
Yes, please do not just take the carpet. Thank you very much. And now let's go to the service on page 112 with the Balaam.
Okay, for the adult alum, finale, I wanted to do something that maybe nobody had done before, which was, in this case, to combine two idioms of music. One was klezmer, and the other was punk. And we haven't figured out what to call this yet, whether it's klezmer or clunk. But I'm going to teach you the chorus, and I'd like you all to sing along with me. Too many wires. Okay, so the chorus of this is very easy. It's just a few words. And sing along with me, along with the choir as well. By the way, I'd like to just introduce everyone briefly. On horns, we have Steve Schaffner, Alan Herron, and Ed Weiss, Mike Salvo, and Ken Winter on percussion, Alan Salkowitz on bass and guitar, and our soloist, Beverly Weiss, Randy Salkowitz, and Adam Schorr, and of course, the amazing CBTVI choir, who has just been wonderful, and Norma Meyer on keyboard, as well as choir conducting, and I couldn't do it without you, Norma. Thank you. So here's the chorus. Along with the band, and here we go, either klezmer or clunk. Here it is.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and